So far, 200,000 people have canceled their Washington Post subscription over the decision to block the editorial board from endorsing Vice President Harris. Now, the paper's multi-billionaire owner, Jeff Bezos, wrote an op-ed defending the move, claiming that no one picks a candidate over a paper's endorsement, and that with the growing mistrust of the media, it gives the appearance of non-independence. He also wrote that, I quote, ending them is a principled decision and the right one. Now, when he took over the paper, the slogan was, democracy dies in darkness.
Yeah.
Well, Jeff, you just turned the light off again. That's why people are mad, because, you know, it's not like you just made this decision, you know, willy-nilly. This paper has been doing this for
Well, they took down Nixon 50 years ago.
Yeah,
and now they're giving
Yeah.
Trump a pass in a way. And also, I think it's disingenuous of Bezos to say it's about impartiality when it really is about his pocketbook. He knows that if Kamala gets in, if he endorsed Kamala and Kamala won, she would not do anything to him. But if he endorsed Kamala and Trump gets in, he's in trouble.
Well,
That's why he did it.
had
So
a
stop
meeting with
pretending you care about
him the
anything
day
else.
before, or the day of the same day.
Yeah.
He was going to have a meeting because he wants his space program to do better.
Right.
And be better. And, you know, maybe not all spaceships are created alike.
Go ahead. Sorry, Alyssa. The thing about this is that I think the timing of this is bad. I can't presume to know other than what you can kind of deduce on your own as to why Jeff Bezos wouldn't do this. But in general, I don't think newspapers ever should have endorsed anyone. As an independent entity that is losing trust every day with the public, they're at an all-time low of 31% people don't believe the news in the media. I think independent news organizations shouldn't be endorsing. We always talk here about endorsements don't matter. I don't know why people waited by the door to say, endorse, as if they were going to endorse.
Well, they do matter.
I think this is different.
I don't think so.
You know why this is different? And if you truly believe the news should be neutral and that the news is neutral, then your point is correct and Jeff Bezos would be correct. But this is the editorial board.
Yeah.
So this is the op-ed. These are the opinion folks.
Yeah.
And what I'll tell you is the Washington Post Guild, the union that represents many of the paper staffers, said in a statement that it was deeply concerned, and the Guild wrote this: the role of an editorial board is to do just this, to share opinions on the news impacting our society and culture and endorse candidates to help guide readers. Because they're factual.
I see it. I agree with every word of Jeff Bezos' op-ed, yet I disagree with the decision. It's the timing for me, because this is a critical election, and they've done these for decades and chose not to now.
Yes.
I actually tend to agree. National outlets endorsing, not a single vote will be changed because the New York Times or the Washington Post endorses someone. Hyper-local outlets, I could argue, when it's very much in our community, these are the things that this politician
Isn't it the job
did.
of an editorial board?
We live in a time right now where Americans cannot differentiate between opinion and news.
That's the
Think
point
of
I'm
Fox
trying to
News.
say.
They watch and they're like, this is all news. No, it's a lot of professional opinion havers. So I think when you blur those lines, it hurts when they really need to trust fact-driven news that's being reported at the Post. But when you do it in this timing, it looks completely crass. And I should note, Jeff Bezos is with Blue Origin, so Elon Musk's SpaceX is a direct competitor.
It's a
Is he going into the spaceship himself?
He won't be the only in space.
Something to look forward to.
But it's hard to think it's a
to delineate, though, Sonny, I understand what the opinion piece of a paper is, but I think regular people, just like we say, we kind of blur the lines when they watch CNN or MSNBC or Fox. Not everyone knows they're not all journalists.
The Washington Post, I do think that you understand that these are the opinion writers. This is the editorial
board. But they can keep writing their
and
opinions. They just don't need to endorse.
But that's again, that's their function. That's what they function as. And you know, for him to suddenly say, "Oh, you know, people aren't believing the news," you know, it's not that people don't believe the news. If we could just admit when somebody is lying. See, the problem is people don't believe stuff because you see a whole passel of stuff, and you know it's a lie. You've seen with your own eyes it's a lie, and it's still there.
Can I mention one thing? Canceling subscriptions, though, that hurts journalists who are doing serious reporting that's true and factual, that are already struggling. It's not hurting Jeff Bezos, bottom line, so consider that.
But it also sends a message to Jeff Bezos, and I will say, in this election, we're normalizing a bigoted, fascist racist. These opinions matter even more.
Go ahead.
Can I say one thing? So, I was reading this quote the other day by Hannah Arendt. Hannah Arendt was a philosopher back in the 30s.
Right.
And she's the one who coined the banality of evil.
Right.
Anyway, she said that what the lying does is it doesn't make people mistrust the truth, like you're saying. What it does is it makes you not know which way to turn. So you hear people say, I don't know what to believe anymore. That's what the lying does.
It still confuses people.
It confuses people. And
All
that
it
was
is
what
is-
Trump's been doing from the giddy
You
up.
have a legal note.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Straight face,
Jeff
please.
Bezos also confirmed he made the decision without consulting either campaign or as any quid pro quo.